Mizoram is on the move and tourism is leading the way. Pudalnging Lavangmar, the state's tourism minister, says Mizoram is now on track to become one of its biggest tourism hubs. The numbers tell a story. After the railway line reached Sarang last September, tourist arrivals surged. The state is now seeing more than 1 lakh visitors every month. In 2025 alone, over 8 lakh people visited Mizoram, and this year, the number is expected to go even higher. YMA is now stepping in to ensure that growth does not come at a cost. The government is working with this major community body to protect Mizo culture while opening doors to the outsiders, hoping that people from outside the state will respect our culture while enjoying themselves at the same time. Plans are in place to sign an agreement that will guide tourists on local customs. This will also train local residents in sustainable hospitality, because growth is welcome, but identity must stay intact. From tourism to a tougher battle, the fight against drugs. In the border district of Longtlai, a major campaign has begun, a 3-year mission, a clear goal, a drug-free future. This effort is part of Nasha Mukt Bharat Abhiyan, a national initiative. But here, the approach is local and direct. The campaign will cover 187 villages, and it comes with a unique system. Villages that stays drug-free will be officially recognized. They will receive certificates during Independence Day celebrations. Longtlai lies along an international border. It is often used as a transit route for illegal drugs. This campaign is not just about awareness. It is about reclaiming control. And this time, the people themselves are at the center of the fight. Now to politics and rising tensions on the street of Aizawl. Protests broke out last Friday. Members of the Youth Congress took a dramatic step. They burned copies of government work orders in front of their party office. The target of their anger is Pu Vanlalthana, the state's education minister. The allegation is serious. Contracts worth over rupees 50 crore were awarded without proper tender process. The opposition says this goes against the promises made by the ruling ZPM party. Promises of clean governance. Promises of end favorism. The ruling party has pushed back. It has launched street campaigns across Aizawl. Leaders say the system is transparent. They are asking people to trust the reforms. All this comes just days before municipal elections on April 21st. The political temperature is rising, and voters are watching closely. But here is the contrast. At a time when corruption is being debated on the streets, a new report paints a different picture. Mizoram has been ranked as one of the least corrupt states in India. The findings come from the CMS India Corruption Study, supported by Niti Aayog. According to the report, Mizoram stands second in the country. Only Lakshadweep ranks better. Speaking at the opening of a new PWD office in Pvt, Pu Vanlalthana said the government is committed to maintaining this position. He also highlighted a rupees 15 crore road project connecting Archakon and Pvt. The aim is simple: better roads, better trade, better lives. The message is clear: clean governance must be backed up by visible development. Now to a key issue of identity and security. The inner line permit system, a rule that controls who can enter Mizoram. The Mizo Zirlai poll, the state's most influential student body, has called for change. At its 60th Federal Council, the group passed a major resolution. It wants the ILP system to go digital, more strict, more efficient. The goal is better tracking of who enters and who exits the state. At the same time, the council raised another concern: education. Students in Mizoram often travel far to take national-level exams like Kuwait. The MZP is asking for more exam center within the state, because access to education should not depend on distance. Let us now turn to the economy. There is good news here. Mizoram's tax collection has gone up, and by a significant margin. The state collected over rupees 1,278 crore in the financial year of 2025 to 2026. That is an increase of rupees 128 crore compared to the previous year. Most of this come from the GST, around rupees 931 crore. Other sources include sales tax and special ceases for roads and social infrastructure. It means more economic activity, better compliance, a stronger state finances. Growth is not just visible on the streets, it is showing up in the numbers too. Now to a growing controversy in the health sector. The Mizoram Universal Health Care Scheme was launched as promised, affordable care for all, but now the opposition is calling it something else, a health scam. At a press conference, Congress leaders raised several concerns. First, the reimbursement system. Patients can claim medical bills for treatment in private hospitals outside Mizoram, but not for similar hospitals within the state. This, critics say, is unfair. It forces people to either depend on government hospitals or travel outside at high cost. Secondly, the registration fees. These have gone up sharply, from rupees 500 to as much as rupees 10,000 in some cases. For many families, that is a heavy burden. The government has not yet responded in detail, but the issue is gaining attention. Healthcare is not just policy, it is personal, and people are demanding answers. Now to the villages of eastern Mizoram, where a silent crisis is unfolding. Farmers in Samthang are struggling, not with markets, not with the weather, but with predators. A pack of wolves, locally known as Tinghya, has been attacking livestock. Over the past few years, more than 150 mithun calves have been killed. The mithun is not just an animal here, it is a symbol of culture, a source of income. The losses have been devastating. More than half the farming families have stopped raising cattle. Last Saturday, villagers came together. They organized a community effort to track the animals and protect what remains. They are now asking the Forest Department for help, compensation, and action. Because for them, each lost calf is not just a number, it is a year of hard work gone. Back to the capital and the future of urban life in Aizawl. With municipal elections around the corner, new ideas are being presented. Leaders from the MNF party have outlined their vision, a safer city and a cleaner city. Plans include a population registration system to track migration into Aizawl. There is also a proposal to install a wide CCTV network across the city. The goal is to reduce crime and improve safety. But that is not all. There is also a push to make Aizawl plastic-free, better waste management, modern markets. A growing city needs better systems, and these plans aim to prepare Aizawl for the future. Now to a story of people coming together. The Tite River, a lifeline for Aizawl, but also a victim of pollution. On Saturday, over 150 volunteers stepped in. Youth members from the United Pentecostal Church, local bike clubs, residents. Together they cleaned the river. And in just one day, they collected 256 bags of garbage. This was not just a cleanup drive, it was a message. Authorities supported the effort by providing trucks to carry the waste. But the real change begins with awareness, with people taking responsibility, because a clean river is not just about water, it is about community. And before we close, a story of innovation from the fields of Colosseum. Sunflowers are now blooming in northern Mizoram. A pilot project by agricultural scientists has shown promising results. Around 30 families in the Tempai area have successfully harvested their first crop. The idea was simple: grow sunflowers for oil. But something unexpected happened. The fields themselves became an attraction. Tourists began visiting to see the bright yellow blooms. Now, farmers have two sources of income: the seeds and the visitors. Sometimes, growth comes from trying something new, and sometimes it blooms in ways no one expected. And that is all for now. Thank you for watching.